Welcome back to The Scoop. We are on location at the beautiful Katherine's Château in downtown Collingwood.
Joining us today is one of the incredible minds behind it all, Katherine Gregory. From Bay Street brilliance to boutique magic, this space reflects her shared passion with Kareem Morgan for elegance, experience, and community.
Katherine's created something truly unique here. Whether you're here for afternoon tea, a glass of champagne, or a little shopping, every detail invites you to slow down and savor the moment. Katherine, we are so excited to have you here today.
Thank you so much for coming. And happy spring.
So, Katherine, tell us your story.
So my story is I worked in financial services my whole career and founded a company about 25 years ago, raised the capital and grew it into this huge corporation, 400 people, 32 billion of assets. Kareem, I hired him probably into year 10 to work for me and be my EA and my office manager. And then great success, founding a company and a startup is always an interesting experience, an amazing adventure, I would call it. And then after COVID, my current shareholder said, okay, we've been in for 8 years. Thank you so much. It's time for us to depart and realize our gain. And so I said, okay, well, off you go. I'll go get new shareholders. Post-COVID, a little harder to do, but the response was amazing in the market. And so I had a 5-year vision, but the company that bought us was a competitor. So you can only have 2 giant CEO egos in the building at one at a time. And so then I thought, what do I do? I don't want to, go down the financial services path again. It's a different journey. Raising, hundreds of millions of dollars is arduous. And so what do I like to do? I like to eat and I like to drink and I like to shop. And so I thought I'll put it all together. And so Kareem was obviously going to be departed as well post the sale. I said, this is my idea. What do you want to do? And he went, oh my God. And I knew, we worked very closely together for many years. And I knew he would be a great person to come and help me kick this off. So I wanted, and also I think we all learned a lot after COVID. Why does special events or special venues have to be on just special occasions? Why can't we treat ourselves in special ways? And so champagne can be on a Sunday or a Friday. And afternoon tea, I'm a serial afternoon tea. I've traveled all over the world, so it's one of my favorite. And Kareem as well. He lived in London, and so he has lots of experience with high tea. And so the idea was to put it all together in one space, which is not that common in Canada. In Europe, it's very common, multiple. And I met with a guy who is head of strategy for this big retail, brilliant man. And he said, that's exactly what people want post-COVID. They want to go out. They still have money to spend, although this year might feel a little bit differently about it, but they want to do something as well. So yeah, we put it all together. And the goal isn't to be elegant. The goal is to be comfortable and elegant and make it special with us constantly changing it.
We need to know who does the shopping, like
Yeah.
the curating of
Just me.
everything, just you.
Just me.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've stopped shopping for myself since, and so I'm actually, so I buy all the merchandise, and I'm a designer a closet designer. And so I have a real estate attention deficit disorder just because I want to keep redesigning my house. And so my partner goes, in fact, my house is for sale right now. He's like, no, we just finished it. And so, and I like to design but I like to push myself out of my comfort zone and decorate things that I wouldn't normally do. So I'm not an industrial kind of a design thing, but I'm going to do my son's place as an example, and if he lets me. And so buying things, and most of it's online from a wholesale basis. Not all of it. We have great market wholesale places in Canada. The goal is for me to travel all over the world and find unique pieces that that you just wouldn't find in sort of a home sense world or those kind of places. So I really wanted to do that and find some unique places that I love as well as others. And it's quite exciting for the staff. Every time we open a box, they go, oh my God, I love that. and I go, oh, thank heavens. Yeah. And so, I've studied merchandising. Not recently, obviously not in financial services, and so I think I have a good handle on what the margins look like and how to price it properly. Or I'll just go, I bought that, doesn't look as good as it should, so I'm just going to price it down and take the hit. So I love doing it. I am always been my whole life a crazy patriotic Canadian, and I have such pride I get emotional when I talk about my patriotism. So I've worked very hard to try and get as much Canadian merchandise as possible.
Oh, cool.
And so watching this huge grassroots movement of people buying Canadian, it just speaks so much to me. It doesn't mean I don't have other things. I've certainly ceased any purchasing from the US. And so, and we had a big sale since the grassroots movement, got crazy. Everything from Canada is on sale. Now everything's on sale because we're going to do a renovation. But I love getting pieces that I wouldn't necessarily put in my house, but I think maybe you would, and they're just different pieces. And so I love doing it. It is my passion. I have help though. It's not like I do it all by myself. So, and I've learned, I have enough merchandise in storage for 2 years. So I maybe should take a step back.
Well, you just touched on something, because my next question was, what's next for Catherine's?
So
you mentioned renovation.
Yeah. Well, first I would say it's part of our DNA here. We are, I and Kareem and Jillian and the chef, the head chef, are easily bored. So we change our menu probably every 3 months.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So it's a lot because, when I go to a restaurant, if it's the same, or first of all, it's a book. The bylaw, I know. But I'd like to have different, and we like obviously seasonality. We're very excited about the spring and the summer seasons because we can buy so much more things local, and we're all about fresh and that, and of course Canadian. So we change the menu all the time. We even change our afternoon tea menu. I'll go, this looks the same. I'm tired of looking at it, and people love it. I think for the most part, certainly. So what's next is always evolving. I find this room to be beautiful, and I'm very proud of it, but it's a little clinical, so I'm gonna get some color on the wall.
Oh my gosh.
And so the renovation is a secret. And so I keep telling people, don't tell anybody, we want that big surprise.
Don't tell anybody, guys.
I've already told, I was only in yesterday, and Kareem goes, I've told 3 people. But, so what we wanted to do is create a space that was a little more just relaxing. You don't want to come in here and with all the flowers and the mirrors and the candle. So we're revamping the left-hand side, I call it the dining room and the apothecary department in our store, and getting better shelving so we can store everything in there. So the other, which is the kitchen department, will become a very comfortable, relaxed, sort of a pub environment.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. A little elevated pub, and we're creating a little space because we love live entertainment, so we're making a little space. If they play in here, outside is great, but if they play in here, it's too loud, and so there's a little space so it'll be able to hit this secret space that we're not telling anybody about, and increase the amount of live music. And of course, it's always outside in our beautiful patio.
And you host artists too.
We do.
Yes.
Yes, you know any? Yeah. So we have a gallery in our hallway. I call it my French gallery because the French tiles, I wanted to create a sort of a French look. And we have a gallery of local artists that we keep changing over and over. And so Katherine, we've had her beautiful art in here. And every sort of 3 months, we sell it for them. We don't, we just say, here you go, and lots of inquiries.
It's a lovely opportunity.
And it changes up, the space feel a little bit from time to time. So that was Kareem's idea. I thought it was brilliant. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Well, Katherine, thank you so very much for your time and for being with us today.
Oh, my pleasure.
And you know what? We're going to put all your website and your socials and everything at the bottom. From Champaign and Collingwood to the spotlight in LA, our next guest took her small town roots all the way to the global stage, and she's joining us online from Los Angeles.
Originally from Midland, Ontario, Ali La Liberté danced for some of the biggest names in music, and now she's giving back to the next generation of artists right here at home. So stick around after the break. We'll be right back.
Yes.
Wow, that's so cool. Who's that?
Ooh, Ali Liberté.